The holidays are almost upon us, so here's 5 great whiskeys for Christmas in 2024. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch, and thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So man, the end of the year here and the holiday season has come quicker than I even thought. Hope that you are all gearing up for a happy, healthy, and safe Christmas season, holiday season here with Christmas and New Year's coming very soon. Since we'll likely all be going to multiple different gatherings and or hosting our own gatherings, we do need to talk about what whiskeys, what bourbons should we be bringing and sipping on during the Christmas season. Okay, so the second bottle on my list is going to be an amazing crowd pleaser. That's because it brings sweetness full force. That is RD1's Maple Cask Finish. So let me just tell you, actually I think this is double finish. That's right, it's in a second barrel of oak and then maple barrels as well. So we're talking about ultimate sweetness. Like this tastes like maple syrup. Tastes like pancakes and maple syrup to me. Now it's got a little bit of a whiskey backbone, and I think RD1 makes some pretty good standard whiskey too. But this is the closest approximation to what I would call a flavored whiskey that you get just from a finished whiskey. If you're looking for something that's gonna please the crowds, get everybody kind of interested in talking about how good it is and how sweet it is, this is a great option. I believe these are available for around 55 to 60 bucks. So a little bit more step up in price, but definitely worth it for that sweetness, crowd-pleasing factor. All right, so the next bottle on my list, bottle number 3, is one that steps us up in a little bit more limited, a little bit more flavor punch too. This is something that will stand up great in cocktails or be a great kind of dinner or after dinner experience where you still want the full force whiskey, and that is 1792 Full Proof. So you're gonna get some cherry, brown sugar, good amount of baking spice here. For me, this is one of those more foolproof, aggressive sippers. Put this on a block of ice and it'll become a crowd pleaser. Sip it neat and it'll stand up to anything that you're eating the day of Christmas. So for me, at 125 proof, usually when you can see this, it's in that $50 to $60 range as well. It's also just a beautiful bottle, so it's fun to bring these to parties and have people go, oh, 1792, I feel like I've seen that. But oh, that's a foolproof option? Let me dive in, I've never tried that one. So definitely a fun one to bring, a beautiful one to bring, and a really solid whiskey overall. Okay, so bottle number 4 is a classic, and honestly, when I think of Christmas, this might be the bottle I think of most immediately, and that is Weller 107. Not only does it have the beautiful kind of red Christmas vibe going with the label, the big note here in this wheated bourbon at 107 is like a cinnamon that is warm and rounded and just so beautiful in its spice. So for me, Christmas, where you're like sugar cookies or cinnamon sugar cookies, things like that, really this bottle evokes that for me with how much cinnamon and soft spice is on it. That's the wheated profile for you from Buffalo Trace. You're also going to get some cherry and some oak for sure. but this is definitely harder to find. MSRP is supposed to be around $50, but often you'll see this marked up. Yet, if you do have a bottle or if you can get your hands on one, this might be my sort of quintessential great bottle to open on Christmas, to enjoy with family and friends, and it just really fits the vibe. Okay, so last but not least on this list, bottle number 5, we are gonna go for a home run. We're gonna go for the biggest bang for your buck, punch you in the mouth kind of whiskey. This one's gonna be for that whiskey aficionado or the person who's a proof hound and knows what they're doing, but it's gonna wow anybody who sips on it, including you. And that is Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. So rye whiskey here, but it's barely legal rye is what it's thought to be, so probably only like 51% rye. Whew, does this one come out like a monster. I mean, you're gonna get brown sugars, butterscotches, you might get some herbal qualities, but it's so desserty in a sense, very candy forward too, with, I get kind of a quintessential banana note on a lot of Jack Daniels, and this has it for me. So we're talking about kind of a roller coaster ride. Mine in particular is 128.5 proof, but these can get up into the mid 130s. So if you grab one of these and you bring it and you crack it open for people, especially those people who are really into whiskey, oh, it'll knock your socks off. Might be the best kind of finish you off pour on Christmas Day. Would give it a couple of hours maybe before you start driving home after you sip on some Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. Okay, so I do have one bonus bottle for you. We've covered our 5, but I figured I would give one highlight to a really special bottle in case you're looking for one of those bottles that really just commemorates the experience and you can bring to Christmas, and it's sort of a unicorn experience for anybody who's sipping on it. Before we reveal what that bottle is, I do want to say, hopefully you're enjoying all the content that's come out of the Bourbon Hutch in 2024. We're definitely gearing up here toward the end of the year. Got our Whiskey of the Year bracket coming real soon. And then we're also gonna launch into 2025 with hopefully a lot more great content for you. So if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. I think last time I checked, only like 18% of my viewers are subscribed. So maybe 2025, part of your New Year's resolution, be watching the Bourbon Hutch. The other thing is if you could hit like on this video, that gets it out to the most people. And then I really do want to hear in the comments below, what are you planning to bring to your Christmas gatherings this year? What's your favorite whiskey to sip on during Christmas? All right, last but not least, this bonus bottle, bring something special. This is my pick this year in 2024. That is Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. So this is the 2024 release. It is spicy. It is a little bit more in your face, I think, than the 2023 edition was. Got some of those earthy tones, but this has a big toasted sugar core to it for me, like a sugar cookie, which we kind of mentioned with some of these other ones. So I think it's a great Christmas bottle. The red wax is iconic, and the level of prestige with this bottle really is one that you could wow the crowds and kind of have a very special moment on Christmas sipping on Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. All right, everybody, that really is going to do it. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you have, hope that, again, you have a great Christmas holiday and a happy, healthy, safe New Year. Till I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey and cheers.